Morning all, so by popular request, pop open a can to start, and we're doing Flyers today. So I'm wearing my Flyers Black Ice. It's a Chris Pronger. I got it from ice jerseys from Full Moon Jerseys for I think it was $15. I know I bid once and I got it. This is before I told the channel all about Full Moon. This is before Full Moon's popularity got to where it is now. And I was able to get better deals at that point. The last time I saw this up for auction, I think it was up to like $35 or $40, and I was like, ha, I got that for like 15. Anyways, we are now going to do the history of the Philadelphia Flyers jerseys. So where we start out is that I don't have the original Flyers jerseys. So the ones they wore in the 70s, partly because they're basically the same as what they wear now. And I know people are going to say, well, they're a darker orange. But in all the pictures I've looked at, it's a very, very minor difference. And it's not like the jerseys are being given away. So where we start is with the design that came after that. So this is getting into the Lindros era. But they went to this kind of a design in 82, 83. Now what's missing with these is the good old-fashioned Cooperalls. So Hartford and Philadelphia wore the Cooperalls, which honestly apparently were just fantastic. Except you couldn't stop if you fell down on the ice. The NHL eventually said for safety reasons they had to ban them. But honestly, this is one team too that their logo has never changed. They have never changed their logo. They've never gone in and said, "Hey, we're going to make a change here." They've had a third that changed it a little bit, but only minorly. It's pretty darn near the same all the way through. The big difference between this is the size of the logos, but that depends on the brand, that depends on the era as well. So yeah, I mean it's sharp. I'm not as opposed to orange as my wife is, so I don't dislike the orange with anywhere near the ferocity. But hey, they did definitely have their share of black jerseys as well. So eventually they decided, we should have a third, and they brought this in as the third. And then they liked it so much they made that the regular jersey and they retired the orange one. And it works. And it's surprising because a black logo on a black background, you would think that it would kind of get lost in it. But it works. You've got the white outline and it works just fine. And I like this one. This honestly was the first Philadelphia jersey I ever had. This was the first one that I looked at and I said, you know what? That's the one I want. That's it. So the orange ones I was never really sold on buying. But this one I was. Then they came out with a third. Now this one I got decades ago. This one I've had in my collection for decades. Now, this one I got from an eBay seller, and this is the only time they've ever tried really changing the logo at all. Now, what's interesting is this is not done like the stadium jerseys, even though it looks like it's a shiny logo, so it's probably the stadium. Nope. That's a 3D logo right there. That's not the anything like the stadium ones where it's all smooth and they fold and you get that crease in the middle and they suck. Now, this one when I got it, it was used, so it's not without its share of flaws. But I liked this jersey when it came out. I did. Now they still have these on Full Moon. They actually have Craig Berube in these jerseys, and there's another player too that they have in these jerseys. I think Tockett's the other one. And so you can get these brand new. That'd be brand new with tags on Full Moon jerseys. But this one, again, I got through an eBay seller. I know I didn't pay anywhere near what I would have to pay for even through Full Moon jerseys because, again, I got it used. But this was a third jersey they used for about 5 years. Yeah, from 2002 through 2007. So this even spanned across the lockout. So that 04-05 lost season, it spanned across that. So they had this for a good long while, and then they would retire it. So when we went over to Reebok, the Flyers made a change to their jerseys, and they changed the sleeves, the way the striping looked. Not bad. I do like this one, and again, you don't change the logo. You don't mess with the logo. So one of the reasons the Flyers logo is one of my favorites because they don't make any crazy changes. They don't have like some really cool, oh look, we put the Fanatic on the front because hey, why not? They don't have any cheesy jerseys. Remember, we came through the 90s, and through the 90s, there wasn't a cheesy Flyers jersey that you could point to and say, hey, it's like that trumpet jersey the Blues refused to wear. Well, Keenan refused to let him wear it. or the Mighty Wing jersey or anything like that. So good on the Flyers for not having that. We may end up with a gritty jersey someday. You just never know. But anyways, until then, this was their black, the home version of their jersey. Now this one I got through Full Moon Jerseys. It's Marty Biron, and overall very, very nice jersey. And it was just an updated version of the black one. I do like the other black one better, but again, the difference is minimal. And then eventually they said, all right, we're going to have a third jersey, and we're going to do a third that looks back on the orange, and eventually they would go to this as their jersey again. Now, this one here is a Claude Giroux. I got this very, very recently. I got this one through Full Moon Jerseys, and I again, you know, it's a nice jersey. They had it as their third, and then eventually they'd say, you know what? We're going to make that the primary again. Let's just forget the black jerseys for now. Black does come back, though. So there was a Winter Classic. Coming out of that Winter Classic, they came out with these jerseys that would eventually become a third. And this, one of my favorite Flyers jerseys. And again, this is a felt logo, cream colored around the outside rather than white. I really liked it. Immediately I said, that should be their regular jersey. That should absolutely be their regular jersey. And sadly, it is not currently one of their three jerseys. And it should be. I really, really like that. And then for their 50th anniversary, they came out with one that was pretty sharp as well. And again, just minor. Just the gold around the outside. Leave everything else alone. Just don't touch it. Just leave the rest alone. This one I think I got through Lids, which that was before they were bought by Fanatics. And this one as well. I think I got this one through Lids as well, before it was bought by Fanatics. And I say before it was bought by Fanatics because what they had in their online ordering from before Fanatics bought them to after is completely different. Before, it was fun. It was great to go through the Lids website and order jerseys and rack up points. And then Lids got bought out by Fanatics, and since then it's just been exactly the same inventory you see on the NHL website. There is no difference in price. There's no difference in set. There's nothing. Why even have a Lids website if it's just going to be Fanatics? I don't even understand. But, and I only say that because people ask, well, where'd you get your jerseys? There are places where I got them that aren't around anymore. So yeah, established 1967. I like that. And honestly, as a home and away, that would be pretty sharp. I know they won't do it. I understand why, but I think that would be a pretty sharp home and away for the Philadelphia Flyers. You don't have to have the gold around the outside, so don't panic. Not saying have the gold around the outside. I like the striping on it. I think it's really sharp, and yeah, and that. Now we get into the Adidas part of it. 4 Adidas for the Philadelphia Flyers, and they're very, very similar. Now this is what they currently wear, and it is a throwback to what they wore in the 70s. As I said, it's very, very similar. I don't see the need to go out and get the 70s version of the white jersey when it's pretty darn near identical to this. Yes, the yellow is a little bit lighter, but not a huge difference. And then you've got, of course, their current orange jerseys, which, again, harken back to the one they wore back in the 70s and 80s, early 80s. And it's nice. It's fine. I believe I got both of these through Ben H Sports on eBay. And, it's nice Flyers jersey. And then the stadium jerseys happen, and it's hard to mess up the Flyers design, and yet they do find a way. So this is the 2019 stadium jersey. I know I got this one through Ben H. And again, the thing with this too is they're stitching all the way around the logo, which is nice, but since it's black stitching on a black logo, you can't see it. And I couldn't see it until I actually had it. And I'm like, oh, that's some really cool stitching. It's too bad it's not in white, so you could see it. But it's in black, so you can't. And it says Philly on the inside. Now, before they got that informal with their name, they were Philadelphia on this stadium jersey. So they weren't on the Philly timeline at that point. And this one was the 2017 stadium jersey, again, Ben H Sports, I do believe, and this is now their third. So the one thing with this third jersey, I think of Doc Emmerich when I see it, because on the back it's black numbers with white outlines. And Doc Emmerich said, and I'm paraphrasing here, you know, they're sharp jerseys they're wearing today, but with that black, the black writing on the back of the black jersey, they're almost unintelligible to play-by-play announcers. So it causes eye strain for play-by-play announcers when they wear these jerseys because of the black. Just put white numbers and the name on the back. Just make them white. It's just why is it black with the white outline? I don't understand. But anyways, the Philadelphia Flyers, they've gone through a lot of different jerseys over the years. I've definitely got most of them, but it all ends up coming back to where it started. And this is largely exactly the same as what they wore when they started out. So it's Philadelphia Flyers. There you go. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below as always. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. If you're browsing your way through, you just happened upon this video. And while today has been an orange, black, and white, tomorrow is Pittsburgh, so that means lots of different colors. So there you go. Thank you guys so much for watching, for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.